Hey YouTube, I'm Chris, and today we got my wife's 2006 Honda Civic. It's a EX Special Edition, and today we're going to replace the headlights to make them all LED, as well as the turn signal bulbs. We're going to change those out, make those LED, and we're also going to just change out the whole headlight assembly on this car. As I like to show you, it might be just a little. You can probably see that we got some fogging going on the inside of those these headlights these are new from the factory, so it makes it a little difficult for the headlights to shine out properly. So I'm gonna show you here on this car how to change those out, how to upgrade the headlights, the turn signal bulbs. I'll show you everything that I bought for it, and show you how to remove the bumper as well. And for example, like under here, we got a screw or a little bolt right up underneath there. That's got to come out. And then all along this front here, we got these little clips we're gonna pry out, take out, remove. And we got another screw down here on this side we'll take out, as well as there's other clips on the very bottom, all along the bottom of the bumper. We'll take those out and the whole front bumper will come off, and then we'll go from there as far as working on the headlights and other bulbs. As you can see already, I went on ahead and I removed the battery cable. I probably don't need to do that, but I went ahead and did it anyway, just to be sure. And nothing wants to come on or short or whichever. So when we're ready to test things out, we can put the battery back together. And so we're kind of wanting to change out the bulbs to all LED so it shines out much brighter, and as well as it will match up the rest of the LED lighting. And I'll show you what I mean by that. And I backed the car all the way on up as far as I can get near the garage door, so I'll have some room. I'm not sure if you can see that real well, but these are aftermarket taillights. I could probably a little later I can open the door and I'll show you those a little bit better. But these are aftermarket taillights, lenses. I installed those about probably 2 years ago, and I installed all LED bulbs all in there. And those LED bulbs that are turn signal bulbs, I had to install separate resistors in there, so I had to wire those up. But the turn signal bulbs that I'm using today on the front, which will go right there, those are going to be LED, and those bulbs said they already have the load resistors in there, so they won't need to have separate load resistors to make them operate properly. But we'll see what happens after get it all put back together and test it out and see if it really works out that way or not. So we're going to go ahead and get started here, and we'll start on working on going ahead and maybe taking off this front bumper here. So we'll start on that, and I'll show you the tool that I'm using. And for this car, I did find out that this car here, you may not be able to see that on the screen, but this is a 5/16 ratchet for those little screws on the fenders there. So we'll use that, and it might be different for your car, but this is how it'll happen for the Civic for the years of the 2000 to 2005 Honda Civic EX and others like it, so you get an idea as to how it may work on your car. Alright, so that took a little longer than I planned, but at least we got the front bumper off without breaking anything. That's the important part of it. So, of course, the front bumper's never been off on this car since it was made. But so now we're going to go ahead and take care of these headlights, and I'm trying to show you one of the bolts that's under here. There's a bolt. It might be, I think it's that one. We're going to take that bolt out and take that bolt out, and then we're going to take that one out and this one and some of the headlight bulbs are going to be down there. We'll take care of those too. So okay, so we got that removed. I probably will need to take that bracket off and put it on the new one, and that shouldn't be any big deal. We can do that. And so we got the high beam, low beam bulbs all out, and the replacement lens, I'll show you in a minute, came from Amazon. So you can you know, go ahead and search on Amazon for replacement lens for not too much money. Alright, so we got that bracket on the other headlight. Some of you might say it's just easier to leave the bracket attached to the car. That's probably another way of doing it. Of course, it still takes a long extension from the very bottom to try and get to it. But so we got the bulbs out, and this is the LED turn signal bulb. And I got this, I believe, from Car ID. No, I'm sorry, that was one of the places I got stuff from is Car ID, but I believe this bulb came from Auto Everything, the Auto Everything website. So we'll see if this will fit in that socket. Alright, so looks like that turn signal LED bulb just fitted right in and twisted in, so that's in there. And so a little later on we'll see how well that will work. I'll show you what I got here. I got this Putco brand, and these have the LED bulbs. These are the low beam ones, so you get ones for each side, as well as the anti-flicker harness, and it plugs straight in to the original wire harness. So it's definitely a very easy plug and play. And according to the directions, is that these have to fan all out in order to work properly. So I have to go ahead and kind of get these to all fan out properly after get them put in there, and probably figure a way to make it stay fanned out, maybe with zip ties or something like that. And these I did get from Auto Anything, and so then the other little LED bulbs actually were from the Car ID website. So there's some corrections there, but it doesn't really quite matter anyway. Either way, you're going to find the bulbs that you need. So we'll get the old ones removed, and we'll get the anti-flicker harness plugged in first, the wire harness, and then from the flicker harness we'll have the bulbs plugged in. The way on these LED bulbs, there is a little adjustment. I'll show you here in a second. There's a little adjustment. You put a small little Allen wrench in there, and that will make the whole bulb turn, and so you can kind of turn it around to make it focus in on however much light that you want, and they do give you a small little Allen wrench included with that. Now, as you can see, it's pretty much all plug and play. I had to do quite a bit of editing, so you're, not getting too bored with, because I'm trying to figure out where's the best way to run all of that extra cable and wiring. There's not a whole lot of room in these kinds of cars here, but I can secure a lot of the cable with the zip ties, and so I'll fan out those copper braids, and then I'll see about putting the new headlight assembly back in. Thought I might show you what I was having a bit of a difficult time getting that in there, but what I had to do was I kind of had to kind of maneuver that a little bit. But what I noticed is that that little LED bulb, there's a little LED bulb in there, and what I did was I got the Allen wrench and kind of turned it so it's looks like it's going to be more angled to maybe shine out a little bit better. I have to see how that works out. Alright, well, I got that all put back on best I could. I got took a while to put that back on, but I got it because this part here wasn't quite exactly made long enough. I had to kind of stretch it to make it fit, but can't really see much of anything down there. So let's see, I got so I kind of got those kind of tucked down in there. I don't think that will really harm anything. It's not really touching anything that's gonna rub or anything else that I would know of. Alright, well, I got the battery put back or hooked back together just temporarily for a moment, And let's see how well that works. Definitely see quite a difference between the new and the old. So that's high beam. Well, it blinks, but way too fast, so that's confusing. It talks all about how it's got load resistors put back in there, and so you won't need resistors, but apparently you do to make it flash correctly. So I don't know if I'll be able to. I'm not sure if I got an extra one. See if I can fix it some way. But anyway, we'll turn this off for a bit, and we'll work on the other side. Okay, well, we're back, and I did find a load resistor for that turn signal bulb. So it's now flashing at the normal rate. So, and I kind of got it tied in with the turn signal wire in the ground. So now we can go ahead and put that bulb back in and get the headlight assembly put back together. Once again, since I turned the camera off to kind of redo things, so I need to put that go ahead and put that headlight assembly all back together, and then I can work on the other side. Alright, we're back. I got the new headlight assembly all put back in, and I had to take quite a while to relocate where all of the anti-flicker stuff and other wiring and cabling is going to go, but so far I don't see anything that's going to be getting in contact with anything, and that's the most important, especially in there. So let's get that all put back on, and we're about ready for the bumper. And before I do that, really quick, I'll show you we've got the lights working on that for just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and put the front bumper all back together. That's going to take a little while, but it's pretty much the same way as as taking it off. So we'll be back here in a little bit with the bumper all put back on and secured back in. Okay, so we're back again. We got the front bumper put on. That did take quite a while. It took a little while to get the inside fender all put back together, and all of the little plastic ends all in their little plastic pieces that hold it all in, and all of the other little nuts and bolts and whichever else. So now we got the little screws all back in, get the bumper all secured back on. So we got the both turn signals operating at the proper, especially this one, especially at the proper speed with the load resistor. And so that took a while to hook that up. I had to make sure I hooked up one end of the resistor to the green wire and the other end of the resistor to the black wire, which is ground, and that's how I was able to get that to work properly. And we can kind of see a pretty good difference there already. So anyway, so that's all, pretty much all about getting that all put together. And so this car does have the K&N filter, and that's probably due to get changed, or not changed, but cleaned all out. So, alright, so before we leave, I did promise I was wanting to show you these aftermarket taillights. And so I got these from Auto Everything. And yeah, you can tell this is my wife's car when she has it on here that she loves her husband. So I don't have it in reverse, otherwise you would see that. But otherwise you see it on this side too. And I don't know, I'm not sure if Auto Everything has that exact same brand or model of taillight anymore, but they did a few years ago. And I got all the bulbs and the resistors for it, and got it all put all together within about a good day. Also had to take off the rear bumper too, so the rear bumper had to come off. So that was another job, but did get it all in there, all wired up, and working really nice. Makes it look pretty fancy. Okay, alright, well then that's all for now, and so stay tuned for other future videos of different things you can try. Okay, bye.